Hey y'all, I'm Wilson. Welcome to my little shop here. I'm doing an island today, and I had a request on one of my last videos. I had a request to do a video about planning out the cabinets, planning and the cut list. I've kind of got an oddball island, so I figured I'm just going to do a video on that and kind of go from the start on how I do everything. This is our drawings right here on the island. I've got to have 5 foot by 4 foot. Gets a microwave on one end, a trash drawer, set of drawers, a couple of working doors on the back. Anyway, I just started laying this thing out. Can't even see my marks on this phone. But anyway, I'm going to set y'all up here and kind of talk my way through it. Bouncing y'all around. I hope y'all ain't getting dizzy. Alright, there we go. Alright, now, first off, I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to me here lately. I really appreciate it. I had a goal set of getting to 100 subscribers, but I went ahead and made it to 200. So my next goal is 500. If y'all want to help me out, go ahead and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Alright, so I'm going 5 foot by 4 foot. So I've got 5 foot there. I'm marking a 3-inch side style, a 3-inch side style. I'm doing a face frame cabinet, by the way. And this is kind of odd, so I'm doing my layout on it. Okay, I've got a 3-inch side style, a 16-inch trash drawer opening, 2-inch side style, and from there, I've got 2 17-inch openings for drawers. And that works out. So all my measurements work out on that. So we're going to come off of here. Mark our line there. Always keep your pencil sharp. It makes a big difference when you're measuring it out. Alright, we're going 48 inches. This plywood is actually 48 and a half, so I'm a little inside of it on my 48. There's 48 on that. And let's see, I've got a longer straight edge over here. Alright, that's my basic shape. So, from that, my face frame is 3/4 thick. So that's what I'm doing right here. Cabinet making, my favorite saying is, when in doubt, lay it out. When you don't know what you're doing, you take what you know and lay it out until you figure out everything you don't know. Now I'm coming to the other side and putting the thickness of my face frame here. Three-quarter thick face frame. Okay. Now I'm going to mark my face frame thickness on the ends. That's the way it goes no matter what you're doing. If you're laying out a job, laying out a cabinet, you take what you know and work your way till you figure out what you don't know. Now my ends on the 5-foot side will go all the way. The ends on my 4-foot side will be butted in between the other frames. And I'm going to do a V-groove at the corner. Now a lot of times I just build this as one whole cabinet, make it easy, and have a couple guys just tote it in the house. But I'm by myself, so I've got to work this out where I'm able to carry it in and out of the house by myself. So I'm going to have to make it in pieces. Alright, my other side is doors, all 16-inch openings. Let's see if I got my measurements right on the frames. Of course I know I did because I've already built the frames. 3 inches on that end. 3 inches on that end. And then I go 16 and double check. I've got 3-inch center stile, so I'll be 16, and that's not right. I'm holding myself on an inch, so I'm actually going to mark 17. A lot of times when you're measuring, start out, don't try to start out on the end of the tape. Start out at 1 inch on your mark, but you've got to remember to add an inch on the end. Alright, 3-inch side stile. So double check, that's my right size opening. Start over here again. Alright, start here. And that's going to be right there. And that'll give me, that's my 3-inch right there. So all math works out right on that. For our ends, I've got the microwave is going to be on that end there. So I've got 3-inch side stiles here, but the 3/4 on this first face frame is going to make up 3/4 of that. So my side stile is actually 2 1/4 plus the 3/4 from the other frame. Alright, so 3 come in. From here will come in 3. The microwave opening has got to be 25 1/2 inches wide. So if I hold an inch, that'll make it 26 and a half. And I've got a 2-inch side stile there, and that leaves me with a false door right here. It is 14 and a half. And I've got something that didn't come out quite right. I've got 3. If I come 15 and a half. Okay, I know what it was now. I know what it was now. I had forgot, I've already fixed that on the frame. I didn't change my measurement on the paper. So, that was correct. My opening is actually 15 and a half. Your layouts always help you double check. Sometimes I get so busy I'll forget what I'm doing from one thing to the next. So you lay it out so you know what's going on. Alright, that was 2 inches and 2 inches, and I'm going to double check my frame over here. There it is. There's my 3 inches right there. I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time and getting mixed up. That's why we double check. Alright, so that's that. So I've got my opening 2-inch style, false door, microwave. Okay. Get confused on what I'm doing, and I'm the one that laid it out in the first place. Alright, so this one is 2 false doors, so let me try to get these measurements right this time. That's a 3-inch side stile. And that's a 3-inch. And that's what I did on the other one. It's an easy mistake to do. I held an inch and I marked to a 3 instead of going all the way to 4. Alright, this is, where was I at? Right here, 19 and a half. So I'm holding 1 inch. So I will go 20 and a half. 3-inch center stile. And let's make sure here I should have 20 and a half. And I do. And that's holding it on 1 inch. So my actual opening is 19 and a half. So there is my center stile, my ends. Center stile. Center Now, normally a cabinet is split. I'd split it normally 24 inches, 24 inches. But I've got this microwave here. So I'm going to center up I'm going to center up on this one, so okay, so that's 3 inches. That's going to be a 1/2 inch piece of plywood. And it's going to be dadoed into that frame 1/4 inch. Okay, now let's go from here. I am at 18 7/16 to the center. There's my plywood. I'm going to come back from the frame 24 inches. And I know that'll give me the depth I need for the microwave. This is awkward video to do. It's probably kind of confusing. But I've got my microwave for there. Got, that is 24 inches. To the back. And I'm going to come in. I'm going to come in 1/4 inch. I'm using 1/4 inch thick. 1/4 inch thick plywood for my back. Of course, it's an import plywood, so it's actually a little shy. Y'all messed with it before, y'all know what I'm talking about. All the plywood we get, most of it's imports, and it actually is done in metric. So when we get it, a 1/2 inch actually ends up being right around 7/16. You just got to know how to compensate. It's not that big a deal. Alright, now this is going to be a cabinet on the end, on its own. That's going to be my end for the cabinet. This is going to be the cabinet box. It'll make more sense when I put the cabinet together. I'm gonna try to video the whole 9 yards. this is going to be a separate cabinet. So I'm actually giving myself a little bit of play. I'm going to allow for a 1/4 inch gap between these cabinets here. So on this one, my overall depth is going to be 18 inches. So let's see, I need this. Let me try to work this out where I can get a straight line on this. There we go. That's going to be the back of the cabinet to that point. So, this works out a little bit awkward, but it's not that bad. There's my 24 right there. Once I get this, I'll try to get the phone over top of here and get you a little video of what I've done on here. Okay, now let's figure out where I'm at. I've got this. I've got my face frame, then I'm coming in with a 1/2 inch end. I hope y'all can hear me here. I try to talk loud, but sometimes I get to thinking more about what I'm doing than talking. I'm not doing this on a script or anything. I guess y'all can pretty much tell that. I'm just working and running my mouth. Alright, I'm gonna draw in my 1/4 inch for my back. My 1/4 inch for my back on the other cabinet. This is actually going to end up being three separate cabinets. I'll have a 1/2 inch end on this cabinet and this cabinet. this cabinet, I'm shallower in one spot and deeper on this other end. I need this full 24 inches for my trash drawer to work. I'm compensating on my drawer boxes here. They're going to have to be shallower here and here. Both are going to have to be shallower. So I'm going to put a 1/2 inch end that goes to right there. I'll have a 1/4 inch back that goes there. Okay. 1/2 inch in. Alright, now what I've got here, I'm not going to go too much further because I got to build this thing and I don't want to waste a whole lot of time. I just need to get figured out the measurements on what I don't know. Everything I do know I already know, so I'll put it in there. Okay, so make sure okay. Now this is the other thing that I'm going to need here. I was forgetting about. I'm going to come in the center. In the center here, I've got a trash drawer, and I always put a partition. Always put a partition beside my trash drawer. Now I'm just kind of doing this layout here a little rough. I'll be double checking everything with I'll be doing the math and double checking everything as I go. I just need to get it figured out what I got going on here. Okay, so I've got, that's my trash. Let me mark it down. That's where my center style is there. I'm not going to have a partition though. Okay, that's good for now for me. What I'm going to do now is just go ahead and start cutting these parts out here that I figured out. So let me pick y'all up again. I know I'm kind of rambling on as I do this, but for me that's actually the fun of doing the videos. I ain't too serious. I'm enjoying doing them, and I've had a few people subscribe, so I really like doing them. Puts me a little out of my comfort zone, but anyway, let's see. Trash drawer here. This is what I was talking about. That's my 3/4 face frame. I've got right there my 3-inch side style. This frame goes all the way to the end. This frame sandwiched in between. Okay, that's a false door. So my X's, that's a piece of 1/2 inch plywood there. That is my 1/4 inch back up against the end from the other cabinet. And that is my end for trying to look at the phone and look at this at the same time. Boy, that really messes me up. Anyway, that's where the cabinet's got to make a notch there to go around the microwave cabinet. So I will have a small end right here. My 1/4 inch back will tie into it. Then I'm splitting half right here. There's a 1/4 inch back for each cabinet. Alright, same thing, face frame goes to the end. I've got it marked out just enough so I know what's going on. Like I say, I've got to get it built, so I'm trying not to take too long with it. I just did want to try to get a little video. The X's are, that's my 1/2 inch plywood, so I've got a 3/4 face frame with a 1/2 inch end up against it. So that's going to be a false door. And it protrudes into this next door opening a little bit. But we're still going to do a door on this section. It's just going to be blocked off right here. But we'll have doors with shelves. And now that I think of it, I'm probably going to put a partition in the center of this one and do 2 separate shelves, just so they're easier to get in and out of there. Anyway, if y'all made it through this far on the video, you're a trooper. I appreciate it. So I'm going to shut y'all off now. I'm going to start cutting these out, and I'm going to try to do another video on it here in just a little bit once I get a little further along. So I appreciate it, y'all, and we'll see you on the next one.